Hey everybody, welcome back to the Kansas City Southern Union Pacific N-scale layout. This will be a quick overall of what's going on with the layout, what's going to happen with the layout, and a shout out tonight. What you're seeing is a bunch of trains that have moved into staging into the yard. I have a couple VIPs coming next month for a run session, hopefully a couple run sessions. And so I'm getting certain trains ready for that. I haven't really assigned any power yet to the trains, but I'm probably going to keep the power to this coal train. 2x1. I like to run dupes on my layout when I can. And this particular coal train, which is 20 cars, I want to put metal wheels on them, but I don't know if I'll get them on there before these visitors arrive. But I do like to run 2x1 on trains that seem to be a little heavier than normal. And when you try to pull that coal train without power with your fingers, it's got a little weight behind it. So I'm going to keep that 2x1. My ethanol train, if you haven't seen that, I run that 3x1, and that's just because there's 24 cars. So it seems to keep the derailments down. We all know what happens when visitors arrive. Don't we, Vinny? Things always go wrong. Never fails. You can sit here and run a train around the layout 40 times, and as soon as they walk in the door, it crashes. I don't know. So anyhow, that's what's going on here. I did put up some more backdrop over Palco, and I got 45 inches to go. And then that's it. I did have a couple issues coming around this curve right here, and it was interesting to try to get it lined up, but we finally got it. So Palco's looking good. I put in a couple extra trees, and my post office showed up. So if you guys can see that. So these are all new buildings for Palco. These are the ones that light up from Woodley Cynics. And these actually, a couple of them actually look like the stores that are actually in the town of Palco, where my grandparents lived. And that's why I switched over to these type of buildings. So I have one more coming, and when it's time to light up this town with the street lights, these will all be plugged in. So that's what's going on there. I've been spending a lot of time the last couple weekends, why I haven't had a time to do the video, underneath the layout, and we all know how fun that is. And I'll just show you real quick. We'll take you down there, get some light. If you see all these wires, especially Palco and Junction, I just started hanging wires because they were getting in the way when I would come down here and work. And I said, forget it, I'm going to go ahead and clean it up. So I started doing that, and the next thing you know, I was doing the whole layout because I was on a roll. So you know how fun underneath the layout can be. Anyhow, still waiting for some more product to finish this cornfield. This is a Christmas item that I use, and Amazon said it should be coming out anytime, so hopefully I'll be getting it. An update on Palco Junction, all the track signals have been put in. I don't know if you guys can see all of them. And everybody said, why don't you wire those up? Well, if I got the prototypical track signals, I would have had a cantilever right here with lights on it on each end, and I wouldn't have to have 10 signals. I don't know if you guys can see all of them. But there's over 10 just in the junction. Old school. So I know what's going to happen if I get all the stuff I need and start wiring all these up. That's when they're finally going to come out with some prototypical signals, and I'll have to change them all out. So who knows? I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do about that. Nothing really more going on in the industrial park. It's pretty much a done deal. There's nothing more to do here other than add a couple buildings. There's a fire station and a gas station and a Dairy Queen. So Vinny's going to be building me a fire station. I already ordered the Dairy Queen, and I haven't decided what kind of gas station I want to put there yet. But this section's all pretty much done. There's some rocks and stuff that go back in there, but I haven't done it yet. My lumber yard is starting to come together. I finally ordered lumber. You guys can see that. Piles of lumber for the A-frames. I got more coming. I wanted to look pretty good for my visitors, so I have another big order of lumber coming. Should be here next week. And pretty much everything's done here. Here's my farm scene. It is about 90% complete. I just need the people and the animals. And again, that house is probably not going to be the one I keep, but I just can't find the one I like. So here's another view of the junction with all the track lights for all you guys that like track signals. This place is ever lit up. I'm having problems with this crossing all of a sudden, and that crossing. I've run this ethanol train and my coal train through this crossing numerous times on weekends when I'm out here, and of course when I'm starting to get stuff ready for visitors, the locomotives are jumping off of that, and that's with their air hoses trimmed, and I've never had a problem before. So Vinny probably sent me his ghost. I don't know what's going on with that, but I thank you, Vinny. The ethanol area is getting ready to get a once over, track cleaning, and then I got to stage all the cars so when the guys get here they can switch them, put their train together. So that'll be fun. So as far as actually work going to be done on the layout, I was happy to get everything done underneath. I've been wanting to do that for a while. I do have to wire my frogs, but I stopped what I was doing under the layout and started working on everything else because these visitors will be coming in about 4 weeks. So the only thing left in Palco is to put the backdrop up and put the street lights, and it's done. So certain areas are done. Certain areas are close to being done. These lights, I forgot to show you when I was over here, these stadium lights, those are going to be wired up in 2 weeks. And I'm just going to put it on a double pole, double throw right here next to this. So I'm taking all my intermodal cars next week. I ordered metal wheels to finish the intermodal cars and auto racks that you guys see right here. I'll take those inside and do it at the desk. So these cars will all be going inside. To get metal wheels, they run a lot better. So another reason why this train's parked over here. So that's pretty much on the layout, other than wiring the frogs after my visitors leave and putting more decoders and locomotives and lighten up the layout. There's not much more that's going to be going on. People have asked me about that coal line. My contractor finally came over and gave me the final thumbs up and figured everything out. So it's going to be done. I don't know if you can see that switch, but that's where it's going to go. I don't want to spend too much time on that, but it's going to go this way and all the way down that way. But I'll get into that if I decide to actually do it. I'm in no hurry. So, all right, you guys, I wanted to give a big shout out, and you guys need to check out Steve's N-scale Cajon layout. It is an awesome layout. His scenery is top notch. He puts in some awesome bridges. Him and I communicate pretty much on a daily basis, helping each other with different questions and send pictures back and forth. But you guys need to check his layout out if you guys haven't subbed him yet. Again, that's Steve N-Scale Cajon, building an awesome layout. His landscaping, scenery is coming out outstanding, and his ballast will be coming up, so it's going to look great. So I wanted to give him a shout out because he sent me this mug, and we both had coffee in it this morning. Isn't that great? I won't tell you what I had in there tonight, but yeah, thanks buddy. Your little present's on its way. All right, one other thing, I don't know if you guys are experiencing this, especially if you have over 300 subscribers, but you get 300 subscribers and you get 10 comments. Kind of deflates you a little bit, not wanting you to really make any more videos. So I have 317 subscribers, which is not a lot. I thought I have a lot more by now, and I usually get like 10 comments. And I want to thank the normal comment people that do send them to me, but 10 comments is not a lot when you have 300 people. So we'll see. But there you go. You probably won't see an overall video of the layout for a while until I get a lot more done. All right, you guys, stay safe. Out.